Hello and a warm welcome to my channel Crazy About Football. Hope everyone is in good spirits, and today we'll be bringing the review of all the matches from the game week 1. I am patiently waiting, excitingly waiting for game week 2 also, but first let's dive into the matches of game week 1. We previewed the big blockbuster clash between Manchester United and Arsenal yesterday. So today we'll be reviewing the remaining 9 matches from the game week 1. So we'll begin with the early Friday night clash between Liverpool and Bournemouth, where Liverpool won 4 goals to 2, and it was a classic Liverpool match where Liverpool were amazing going forward. Their attack was superb, but that also showed their defensive frailties because they began with a bang, Etikite scoring their first goal, and then Gakpo doubled their lead. But then Semenyo from Bournemouth scored 2 goals in counter attack. So that showed that Liverpool are defensively not that good. As I already told, that's why I put them in second position. But then they have superstars in their ranks. If one superstar doesn't perform, second will do. If second won't do, then third will do. And this time it was Federico Chiesa, who I don't remember even playing one game last season, and he just popped up and scored a banger of a goal in the last 5 minutes of the normal play. And then Salah just rounded off the win with a cherry on the top, because he ran his ass off in the last minute of the game and just chased the ball and then scored a banger of a goal. So it was a business as usual for Liverpool. They started off with a win, considering Gravenberch was also not playing. He was suspended, so it was a good win for Liverpool, a good start. But Arne Slot needs to balance his side. He needs to balance the attack with some solid defense, because attack may win you matches, but defense win you the title. So he has to look for that, because in previous season his balance between attack and defense was perfect, but this time their fullbacks always push up, so their defensive partnership of Van Dijk and Konate are always exposed to counter attacks, and Bournemouth exploited it beautifully. Semenyo scoring some 2 beautiful goals from counter attacks. So, but a good result for Liverpool. Then we move on to the next game, Newcastle versus Aston Villa. It was an early kickoff on Saturday, and it was a stalemate. It was 0-0. Two teams who clearly need some reinforcements. Newcastle, I already told you, without Alexander Isak, their attack is not as potent as it was last season, but they created the most number of chances. It was a game where not many chances were created, but Newcastle were the ones who created. Aston Villa also lack. They have a problem with PSR, so they can't sign many players. So that is a big problem for Unai Emery. They can't refresh their squad, and it was showing in their performance. They were pretty boring for me. And Newcastle were also not clinical enough, because they don't have that clinical striker as Alexander Isak. So it's a clear message for Newcastle board. They have to get something in, because Alexander Isak again today reconfirmed that he won't be playing for Newcastle, because he doesn't want to play for Newcastle again, and it's a kind of a messy situation for Newcastle. They have to sort it out quickly, because season has already got underway. They cannot lose more points from now onwards. So that was then I think the performance of the weekend came in the match in Wolves versus Man City. I already told that Man City will be finishing 4th in my prediction video, but this performance is giving me headaches, because my prediction may go wrong. Pep Guardiola, the man itself, the coach, he can easily prove me wrong, because he came up with they were buzzing. They were in their face of the Wolves team. They had their pressing game on. They were focused. They were pressing really hard. They were really pushing for the goal. Last season it was a bit boring. It was the press was not that good. They were not physical enough. This time around, they were pretty awesome, and their main good performance revolved around the player Reindeers. I mean, what a player! I did not rate him that highly, but he looked like a winger at times. He looked like a number 6 at times. He looked like a number 10 at times. That the first goal of Man City, where his pre-assist to Rico Lewis, just a feint and then a shimmy and then beating his player and then just a chip pass to Rico Lewis was pretty highlight of the weekend. I think Reindeers was the player of the week, game week 1. He was pretty amazing. Haaland opened the scoring, then Reindeers scored a goal, then Haaland scored again with the assist from Reindeers. Cherky also scored the goal, 4th goal. So it was all in all a brilliant day for Man City. I mean, pretty amazing. Beware Arsenal and Liverpool. Pep Guardiola is cooking something. So yeah, then Tottenham had a good start with a win over Burnley. I think Kudus was brilliant. He had 2 assists, and Richarlison, I mean, a man reborn. He was totally forgotten. He was a player who were not Tottenham fans were not so happy about. They wanted him sold, but again he proved the worth. He scored 2 goals. What a second goal it was! Maybe a early contender for the goal of the season. So it was quite an spectacle, that second goal. Tottenham looks very good. I really like the coach. Thomas Frank is a super coach. Maybe a elite coach. He must be coaching the top 6 teams, that the traditional top 6. I think he's in the right place. Pretty good outing for Tottenham. 3-0 to Burnley. Burnley was not. I already predicted them to be relegated, so I'm not so sure about them. There was no special performance to discuss from their performance on Saturday. So yeah, I think the biggest surprise of the weekend came in the game against Sunderland and West Ham. Sunderland scoring 3 points. They won 3-0 against a poor, hapless West Ham team. I already told you, Sunderland has spent big. They are ambitious. They want to be staying in the Premier League, and they performed really well. And West Ham were very poor. I'm fearing for West Ham as well. I feared for Brentford, and I'm fearing for them as well. West Ham. I think they are a poorly coached team. Graham Potter I think he needs to change his tactics. His tactics are not up to the mark. Moving on Sunday, then we had a game of Nottingham Forest versus Brentford. Nottingham Forest again surprised me. I thought they will chalk off this season. They will drop off this season. They had a brilliant season last season, but they again began very brilliantly. They have some very special players. Morgan Gibbs-White, Callum Hudson-Odoi. They have signed a new player from Bologna, from Italian side, Nadoe. He was pretty amazing. He scored their 3rd goal. And Christopher Wood keeps surprising me. He does not look to me like a guy who will score 15 to 20 goals, but he scored 17 to 18 goals last season, and today again he scored 2 goals. I mean, what a performance from Nottingham Forest. They keep surprising me. Brentford were poor. I already told you I don't have many expectations from them this season. So it was a pretty easy win for Nottingham Forest. 3-1 to Nottingham Forest. Very good start again. Then there was another top 3 contender, Chelsea against Crystal Palace. I must say Crystal Palace have a very good team. If you do not name if you see the lineups of the 2 teams and you erase the name of the teams above, like you erase the name Crystal Palace from above, if you see that lineup, I think that's a Champions League level team. Pretty amazing players. They have got Eze, Wharton, Guehi in the defense, Sarr, Mateta as a centre forward. I would love him. I would have loved him at Man United if they haven't signed Sesko. So they have a very good team. Again, they proved their worth. They were brilliant, and I think they were unlucky to be scoring a draw because Eze scored a free kick and VAR ruled it out. I'm not so sure about it. It was. I don't know why they just gave the ruling against the goal. They thought that Guehi was pushing some Chelsea player. So I think that's a bad decision from VAR. Chelsea were laborious. They were not. They were like boring. They were slow in their build up. It was not, their attack was not that fluent. Maybe with the season progressing, games progressing, with so many weeks, with practice in so many weeks, they will come good. But it was not good from Chelsea. I have predicted them to be in top 3, but it was not a very good performance. It was 0-0. And then the Monday night football, Leeds against Everton, again a newly promoted side. Leeds scored a win in that game, 1-0. Luke Nmecha scored their penalty in 84th minute to give them the win against Everton. So a big win for Leeds, because I have them relegated in my predictions. But they were brilliant. They were playing well. They had their patrons of play. I think Farka is a very good progressive coach. He likes to be on the ball. He likes his teams to be on the ball. They were brilliant. They did not allow Everton to press them. So it was a great performance, and they got their reward by scoring a win against Everton. Everton has a very good side. Jack Grealish made their debut. He came on for last 15 to 20 minutes. I think they have a very good side, but they were not. I think Leeds outperformed Everton. Everton were not that bad, but Leeds were outstanding. I must admit, I was not sure about them, but they performed really good. So it is pretty exciting that the newly promoted sides are showing that fight, because from past 2 seasons, all the newly promoted sides are getting relegated. So it's kind of a bit boring. So it was kind of, I want them to perform well, so that we can have a bit of competitiveness returning to Premier League, that anybody can stay. Even if you are getting promoted, you have a chance to stay in the Premier League. So Leeds United and Sunderland showed that. So it was good from that perspective. So that's pretty much done from game week 1. It was pretty amazing. Liverpool, Manchester City and Arsenal started their campaign with a win. Tottenham also started their campaign with a win. I'm all talking about the traditional 6 teams, PL teams. So that was pretty amazing. I think the performance of the week goes to Reindeers. He assisted 1 and he scored 1. I mean, he was everything to be admired in a midfielder. He was at times like a Eden Hazard. He was at times like Kevin De Bruyne. At times he was like a Rodri. He was brilliant. He played like a 6, 8 and a 10, all together in a one player. So that was pretty awesome to see. He was the performance of the week, and the result of the week was Arsenal 1 and Manchester United 0. I already told you yesterday it's a big moment in this season. You may not feel it right now because it's only game week 1, but Arsenal scoring a win at Old Trafford, scoring 3 points, is a big achievement. I don't think so many teams will do that. So yeah, so that surprise of the weekend was a Sunderland 3-0 victory over West Ham. They have started off really well. Things have started, and I'm pretty much excited for game week 2 also. Let's see what's in store for game week 2. Premier League has already kicked in. Rivalries have started. All the fans are warming up. It's gonna be a long, hard season and a pretty exciting one also. And I am dialed in to bring it all to you. So we'll be now pre-reviewing our matches for game week 2. Some important matches. I'll be bringing some content related to it. I'll be also bringing some content related to Fantasy Premier League. Some people wanted to know that also. They mentioned in their comment section. So I'll bringing that video also soon. So thank you everyone, and hope you like this video. Please subscribe to my channel Crazy About Football, and I'll meet you again. Bye bye.